So let's take a peek at what's going on the Dune 2 red carpet. What the freak is this? Zendaya, is that your AI? What is going on here? Okay, but strangely enough, I like it. Yeah. What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Feta J. Back like I left something, and I'm glad you're here. Yes, I'm glad you're here. And the reviews and reaction for Dune Part 2 is here. Now, you might be wondering out there, when is Dune Part 2 coming out? It's coming out March 1st, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Dune is one of those type of movies where it's a space opera, and it is a big deal when it comes to movie theaters. On the level of what Star Wars used to be. You know, when everybody used to camp outside in the theaters, Dune is a big deal. Now, the first Dune movie that we got this around the time of the pandemic. And I don't want to say the other word out there because YouTube pretty much hate my guts. But I am a huge Dune fan, ladies and gentlemen. I even like the Dune movie that came out in the 80s. My favorite Dune still is the Dune series that came out on Sci-Fi Channel. But I love this current adaptation of Dune right now. It's amazing. It's dope. It's a brand new take on it, and I want this saga to keep going. But before we get into the reviews, because we're going to break down all the reviews, we're going to break down all the reactions. Before I get into that, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell. Because every time you hit that notification bell, it makes your boy Feta J feel oh so good and oh so swell. Join that Patreon. Join that membership because YouTube don't pay me nothing. They don't even give me peanuts to eat. Just give me some peanuts so I can watch these movies. You know what I mean? Thank y'all so much. Also, for a one-time thing, you can hit that super thanks if you want to. Now, let's get into the Dune reaction and Dune reviews, and let's see if people hate it with all their heart or they love it with all their soul. Let's check it out right here. The first Dune Part 2 reviews are hitting the internet. Will you be watching? This is by Pop Crave. Let's check it out right here. This is Randy. Randy said on Twitter X, excuse me. Dune Part 2 is a phenomenal, more astonishing, epic than Part 1. Boldly realized Herbert's density in its political and religious themes. It's also integral, crafted that it leads to one of the coolest and riveting climaxes I've ever seen. Denis once again got that ML spice. I love to hear stuff like this. This guy pretty much said that this adaptation, Part 2, is on the level of the Frank Herbert Dune books. Now, you're here because you love Dune, but for my people who don't know Dune, Frank Herbert is the creator and author of the Dune universe. Let's continue. Dune Part 2, Denis Villeneuve lands every spectacular, brutalist tableau he threw in the air 3 years ago. Sci-fi myth-making at its finest and most tragic. The gravity of manufactured destiny. The untamable tendrils or beliefs. Love this. I will tell you this. When you see freakers like this using big words, you know this stunned them in the movie theaters. Let's continue. We got Hoy Tranbule. Dune Part 2 is a triumphant. Even more immersed than the first, but much more intimate. Denis Villeneuve manages to streamline the more alienating second half of the book into a riveting action-packed epic. 2 Towers level mastery of battle sequences. Zendaya is the star. 2 Towers from the Lord of the Rings. They're comparing this to Lord of the Rings. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are some epic battle scenes, some fantasy scenes. If you haven't seen Lord of the Rings, and I am a hardcore Dune fan and Lord of the Rings fan, J.R.R. Tolkien killed it when it come to world building. And Frank Herbert killed it when it came to Dune world building. So just to see that this movie is doing that right there, we are in store for some sci-fi opera action-packed lore. Let's continue. Dune Part 2 is unlike anything we've seen before. yet familiar all the same. With a consistently impressive use of score and sound, it features transformative performances from Timothée Chalamet and Austin Butler, an adrenaline rush of cinematic proportions. Now, I'm a huge Dune fan, and I definitely love the end of Dune. The end part of the book to where we see all the battles, and then we saw that final battle between Paul Atreides and Freydhottir Harkonnen. I love that battle. It's like the climactic battle at the end. It's one of the dopest knife fights known to man. Let's get back into it. We got Shiraj Farouk says Dune Part 2 is a cinematic achievement and masterpiece. Villeneuve crafts an incredible and active film with jaw-dropping visuals, powerful performance, an impeccable score, and complex themes. The closest a blockbuster has been to perfection since The Lord of the Rings. There is another Lord of the Rings reference. They keep comparing this to Lord of the Rings, and I love it. Think about Lord of the Rings, epic battles and world building, and this is what they're doing in Dune. We are in store for great cinema. It's been a long time since we've been getting great cinema. All these movies out here have been Rudy Poo. They've been trash. So to see all of these great reviews, we in store for some eye candy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue. This is Eric Davis. Dune Part 2 is a phenomenal experience, massive in scope and execution. It is exactly what you want from a big, exciting, sprawling sci-fi blockbuster. The action, the intensity, the spirituality brilliantly matches production quality at the highest quality, my friends. We are in store for a Star Wars killer. No, I'm just kidding. But a lot of people don't know out there that Star Wars did take motivation and inspiration from Dune. A lot of people don't know that. We got Howe. She said, watch Dune 2 a second time and it rips even harder. Look forward to my review next week. Look like Dune is going to be one of these movies that we rewatch and we keep watching. For me, it's hard for me to rewatch something more than one time. But if this movie is shaping up what it's supposed to be and what people hyping up to be, I'm going to keep watching this for years to come. We got Grace Randolph, the controversial Grace Randolph. No, I like Grace. Grace is pretty cool. She's cool. When it comes to Grace Randolph, she's hit or miss, but she's pretty spot on. Let's read what Grace had to say. Hashtag Dune Part 2 is one of the greatest war films of all time. Both high art and an absolute blockbuster. It might grant Denis Villeneuve the same massive following as Christopher Nolan. Review embargo lifts next week. You heard it here from Grace herself. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end it right there with the reviews and the reaction. If you're looking forward to Dune 2, make sure to smash that like button. And also, I want to tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we are in store for a classic, for greatness. Well, let me change that. A future classic, because I've been saying stuff as a classic that came out now, and that's not the right way to say it. Everybody get on to me in the comments. They always let me know, Fatal J, you're not supposed to say classic, so I'm not saying classic. But you guys let me know, how do you feel about Dune? Did you like the first movie, or did you think the first movie could have been better? Are you looking forward to Dune 2, or do you think Dune 2 is going to be complete trash and they messing everything up? As for me, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to keep you guys up to date. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell, because every time you hit that notification bell, it makes your boy Fatal J feel oh so good and oh so swell. Subscribe, because I'm going to tell you guys the real on what's going on with Dune. And if this movie turns out to be trash, I'm going to let you know. I've read the books, I read the comics, I love Dune. Paul Atreides, that's a man's man right there. Thank you for watching, and I'm out of here. Ninja, vanish.
The time for talking is over. It's time to push buttons.
Há tantos seres imaginários que procuram usar 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 Há tantos seres imaginários que procuram os artistas. Há tantos seres imaginários que procuram os artistas.